Good evening, you're watching talkTV and we bring you some breaking news. In the last few minutes, reports have confirmed that debris found near to the Titanic wreck is that of the missing Titan submersible. Officials say a remotely operated vehicle found debris on the seafloor near to the Titanic wreck. Experts within the Unified Command are evaluating the discovery. There is a press conference at 8. We'll bring that live on Talk. There has been, of course, so much speculation about what has happened to the sub, but experts now believe the sub may have suffered a crack and imploded, and there are fears tonight that all 5 people on board may have died. Now, as I said, the Coast Guard will do that press conference at 8. You'll get it live here on Talk. All the details will be given. Now, we've been told at this point it remains an active search and rescue operation. So let's just remind ourselves calmly of the 5 people who embarked on the Titan submersible. It was a British billionaire explorer, Hamish Harding, UK-based business advisor Shahzada Darwood, alongside his 19-year-old son Suleiman, French mariner Paul-Henri Nargelet, and the CEO of OceanGate, Stockton Rush, were all on board the sub. Now, let's start tonight by getting more on this with our Sun reporter, Amir Razavi, who's in Newfoundland, close to where that search and rescue operation is still taking place. Amir, welcome to the show. Please, what's happening? What is the latest on the ground there, my friend?
Hi, Jeremy. So, yes, as you say, I'm currently in St. John's, where they disembarked from on Sunday in the early hours. And the latest is a couple of hours ago, the US Coast Guard said that they put out a statement, a brief statement, saying that a debris field was discovered in the search area, which is obviously very, very vast. The size of Connecticut is where they're searching currently in the North Atlantic. And they said experts are evaluating, assessing the information that they've got, and that a press conference, as you've just said, is going to be held at 8 o'clock UK time. So we should hopefully find out a bit more then. But yes, there have been reports on Sky News about a friend of a couple of the passengers saying that he's heard that it is in fact debris from the submarine. So yeah, it's not looking very good. But I think after earlier today, when the 96-hour oxygen supply that they had ran out, things were starting to look quite bleak anyway.
I think I was reading lots before we came on air tonight following Vanessa, and several people were saying and reporting to me that the fact that the Coast Guard, who have controlled this operation since Sunday, have talked of debris near the Titanic wreck is quite an important part. And obviously, in any search and rescue, in any operation like this that's so massive over such a long area, they want to make sure they've got their information. And one would imagine they've released that, as you said, a couple of hours ago, and that live press conference at 8 o'clock will fill in the details for everybody across the world. You talked quite rightly about the oxygen and the fact that literally just a few hours ago it was still being described as a search and rescue. I'm guessing the mood on the ground amongst the public where you are has changed.
Yes, I mean, when we arrived early yesterday, and we sort of got chatting to some locals, bar workers, cafe staff, things like that. And as the hours were going on, people weren't very hopeful. But while they still had oxygen in the tank, and while nothing had been found, you always have that glimmer of hope, don't you? Although very, very small glimmer, it is nonetheless, they could cling to that. And even as of a few hours ago, when the Coast Guard was saying, look, this is still a live, active search and rescue operation, rather than anything more than that, as of then, I think that hope was still there. But like I said, so at 12:08 p.m. UK time today, their 96-hour supply of oxygen was due to run out. So even if they were still alive at that point, the chances of them surviving with nothing having been found in this huge search and rescue operation were very, very slim.
And I think, Amir, that the problem when you're dealing with breaking news like this is you have to be aware that so much can be speculation. Listen, I'm like everybody else. It's hard to comprehend, I'm sure, for people watching and for friends and family. the Coast Guard press conference at 8. I suspect right now they absolutely know what the truth is and they'll be doing what they can, speaking to families, whatever. But there's no point in speculating. I've read reports today about people criticising the company, criticising the safety, criticising so much. But I think what we need to concentrate on right now is facts. The area, the work that the search teams have been trying to do in the conditions is extraordinary to watch, and it does beg so many questions. I mean, we've been talking about this for 4 days now. The Titanic is this extraordinary, I mean, this horrifying example many years ago, and this submarine and the people that run those operations has captured everybody.